Welcome back to Let's Play Amnesia, the search for a laboratory. Ooh, hello, weird. You see that shadowy thing going on there, huh? There is an unnatural shadow in this hallway, methinks. That is not a good... Yep, that's the shadow. Yeah, let's not sit and stare at it. It is the bringer of strange, fleshy protrusions and growth. Why do you open outwards? Hello, shadow. Why are you red? Has anyone heard of a red shadow? It's dead end. Dead end. This is a dead end. Oh, there's another path. That would have been good to have... Oh dear. I'm going to die. Oh, hello, water. I don't know why I'm convinced that hopping through the water is faster, but I am. Nope, it's about the same speed, but I must hop anyway. Oh dear. Oh, that is loud. Also. Oh dear. No, well, I'm perfectly safe. You can't catch me. When Hazel turned 15, she had lived 3 years longer than Dr. Tate had foreseen. Her parents had given up from exhaustion and decided to have her committed to permanent treatment at Canterbury Hospice, but she was still alive. She had embraced him and wished him a grand adventure in Algeria. Without further information, I don't know what to say about Hazel. Can I go back? Darn it. It won't budge. Oh, hello, Karen. Oh, I'm back in here. Isn't this the well that, you know, with the bucket? Crank, crank, crank. No, wait. Wasn't that somewhere else? Crank, 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 crank. Well, that was useless. Hello, tinderbox. And the note gave me a panic attack. What was on the note, dear sir? I must know. Oh, come on. What? But there were doors I haven't opened. How did I pass out from a...
18th of August, 1839. Tonight, we will unlock the power of the orb and ultimately banish the shadow hunting me. I feel it closing in on me and I fear for my life more than ever. Just outside Altstadt lies a small settlement where Zimmerman, a dairy farmer, lives with his wife and 3 children.
I feel like we're playing Slender all of a sudden, with a very strange visual filter.
The coach went there. Our visit was unexpected, and Alexander was able to strike Zimmerman down without alerting the others. As he went to take care of the farmhands, I began to look for the children.
What have you become, man? Goodness!
We should have more than enough prisoners to finish the ritual now.
You went from worrying about the prisoners, like being... Well, you went from having pity on the, supposed serial killers and whatnot to hunting children. My, what a slippery slope you found yourself on, sir. Oh, okay, we're back. Yay, now I can go through that door. But goodness, goodness, goodness. You know, I'm gonna take this rock and throw it down the well in protest. That's my protest. Well, I mean, I guess he did eventually feel guilt and remorse, or maybe the memories just became too much for him to bear. Still looking for... Oh look, another well! Why is this castle full of wells? And why do I have so many leftover tinderboxes? And why are you pulsating? Some of these questions are best left unanswered. No, I think this is the well I climbed through earlier. The fact that it's overgrown with flesh isn't what amuses me. It's the fact that there's a rock just wedged neatly beneath it. Also the fact that it's literally 1 pixel thick, and that you can do the if I stand beside it, it's invisible trick. Aha! Ow! Excuse you. I found a uvula! For those that don't know, that's the thing in the back of your throat. That for some reason people call a gag reflex, but you can poke it all you want, and it has nothing to do with the gag reflex. The gag reflex is actually, well, it's not a singular object, but it's further down in the throat. Would be where things start to get don't touch. I'm still looking for a lab. Hoping for a lab. Oh yes, we're going back. Oh goodness, we're retracing our steps, but this time with extra flesh. Where are my spider friends? At least they brought some sense of comfort in these dark times. Oh goodness. The castle is being absorbed by flesh. No new tinder boxes. And a barrel. Just randomly holding the door open to make me stand there and take... This door is busted open. Yes. The laboratory. Anyway. Hello, thing. I think the poison gland goes in you. And obviously a container. Container. Boil the blood. Boil it good. Oh, you ruined the recipe. Bye, everybody. Boil it. Scary thing is now I'm curious what happens if you actually do boil blood, but I'm not gonna find out. Now we crush the poison gland. Because doing it by hand would have been too simple. I mean, it came out of a mushroom. It can't be that hard. Oh, I think it's... Yeah, and I steam boxed the remains to get the enzymes. Via's tonic. Can I have the mushroom gland back? It is so pretty. Yay. It does not give it back, and everything keeps hissing at me. Go away, Shadow! I outran you fair and square!
I thought I lost you. The castle crumbled, and I could hear the chancel collapse. The laboratory might be accessible now.
You know, it would have been good if you had known it wasn't accessible to have told me that earlier. Here, tonic.
Quickly, off with the head! And then, whatever happens, get me through that gate.
Off with your head? With what? Oh, come on, man. Now I've got to go, hello, ho.
You're a good boy, Tyler. And I appreciate your company. But I believe you have more important things to take care of.
Yeah, like figuring out where on earth I'm supposed to get a saw. I'm afraid that I'm going to make a wrong turn. Oh, wait. I remember this place. I think. Oh, good, it won't budge. Oh, I see. If you missed the blood ingredient, you could get it there. That's so nice. I guess that's the only backup ingredient. I see a tinderbox. Leave me alone. I want it. No, that's not a tinderbox. That's a Healy thing. Well, I got an extra Healy do. I got 12 of them. I got a dozen Healy doos.
You should hurry, Daniel. No time for sitting around.
Oh, yes, there is, sir. Off with your head. Thank you for not making me watch that. We now have Agrippa's head. Agrippa, you better know what you're doing. I don't want to be that creep that's carrying around a severed head for no reason. Yep. Oh, it's so pretty when they're all lined up like that. To you too. Hush now. Wait, the chancel collapsed. She cried and struggled as he pulled at her arm. Her flowered Sunday dress ripped and she fell in the mud. It sounds horrible, but didn't Agrippa say that the chancel collapsed? I got ambushed also.
He sees what I see.
Then close your eyes. Problem solved. Oh, yep, they're still patrolling. Oh wow, it did collapse. Except for that direction, but... You know what? He didn't see me. Good gracious, there's flesh everywhere. I think you can light those and it will, yep, it'll be that beautiful green flame. Which in the recording is a beautiful black flame, but eh. A more appropriate workspace is required. Where is an appropriate workspace? Oh, I see. An adhesive is necessary. Part of it vanished. Okay, yes, they're just vanishing each time. They're not oh, now they're adding. I see what your game is. Restore! Can I poke it? Can I boop the orb? I want to boop it. Boop. I shall nest on it. This is mine now. Okay, I'm gonna assume I'm supposed to go through while it's drawing power. Oh, no! Well, now everything's all kind of film grainy. I'll use one of my Healy doos. Yay, I can see again. What now? You know, I'm gonna close this door just so no woobagoos decide that I'm interesting. Well, I thought the point of it was that it was gonna draw power away. Ah, something must be done with the machinery. Can I chuck an iron bar at it? I don't remember where the machinery is. What do you mean something must be done with the machinery? I'm gonna assume it's got to do with that away, because that's the only path left. That one broke. That one is broke beyond repair. Oh, that's right. Wasn't there a machine room down here that I couldn't get into? Aha! Oh, well, I know how to fix you, sir. Iron bar. Maybe not. Ah, I've got to get close enough to click it. I have an iron bar. Jam it in the gears. What other way is there to use an iron bar? You know what? I'll put a hammer in it. Yeah, the iron bar is large enough. Why can't I use that? Please use logic. Oh, a note.
10th of August, 1839. I cannot believe what I have become. One of the girls escaped and I chased after her all the way upstairs. I hunted her down and... What is her life worth? How many lives can I take before I surrender my own? Sure, I would kill a murderer to save an innocent. But to kill an innocent to save myself? A cold-blooded murderer.
Oh, it's a slippery slope, ain't it? Maybe this will fit. See, the logical thing to do would be jam the big iron pipe in it. It is not strong enough, but at least they thought that one through. No, the logical thing would take the big metal gear. I don't have... No, we're not jamming Agrippa into the machinery. I am not that horrible of a friend. Oh, well. Can I jam a Woobagoo into the machinery? That'll gum it up. A box? I highly doubt a box would help. That box is immovable. That one's immovable. A rock! What about a whole box of rock? Or a rock full of boxes? Ow. And suddenly every Woobagoo in the entire castle begins flying towards this location. Called it. Kind of. He's gonna see me. Yep. Through the door. He didn't even go around the door. He smacked me straight through the door. I thought I'd be clever and that, oh, I'll hide behind the door and he will just shamble on his way. Ah! Okay, so he's not actively hunting me. I'm gonna take this rock. Bash him with it. Will buy me a moment. Mr. Woobagoo. Oh, Mr. Woobagoo. I'm not looking at you. I don't like that peripheral vision counts. Well, I mean, I guess you're staring straight at them as the player. Oh, another uvula. Ow. Eh. That was my... I don't know. That was me protesting. Apparently. You know what? I'm gonna close this door again. Every time I leave a door open, a Woobagoo finds me. Oh, well, hello, Shadow. You're not happy. You're not happy with me at all. To the inner sanctum! He had turned angry. It was easy to take her insolence and make her the villain in the story, but she didn't deserve to die. Even he could see that. Alexander, we're coming for you. Oh dear, why is there a lever? Why won't you pull the lever? Ah! That is not the door I wanted open. Oh dear, we found some ancient ruins. And that helped me how? Okay, clicking it does that. Okay, how badly did you... Well, you probably panic stabbed yourself. Why are you looking that way? There's something in here. Why are you motion blurring me to death? I love motion blur, don't get me wrong, but you can...
19th of August, 1839. It's not fair. I'm not to blame. I've been manipulated by that demon. He played my guilty conscience and duped me into facing the shadow alone. That vile, conspiring man. He expects me to meet my death as he steals power beyond imagination. Alexander, I will kill you for what you have done. If only the shadow had caught me in London or Algeria, I wouldn't have to suffer this humiliation. You made me a murderer. A monster. And now, I merely await my death. I am too weak to press on. I can hardly stand as my knees fail me. I cannot see as my eyes are dressed in tears. I am as broken as the men I've tortured. If only I could wipe my fear away, as we did with them.
I'm sorry, sir. You are still responsible for your actions, manipulated or otherwise. Why am I bleeding? Why? Watch, that'll open the door. Nope, it does not open the door. Door, why do you betray me? The heavy door is sealed shut. Well, that would surprise me if it wasn't. It'd be very nice if I wasn't insane and motion blurring myself to death. It reduces the speed at which that I can turn. Well, I broke the lever. Well, now what? Ah, okay, don't click that. That may have just been my sanity running out. We must press onward. What do I have to do? Light the candles? Onward! I'm gonna poke this one and see if I pass out. Nope. Oh. Okay, yes. Standing in the circle is the thing. Angry shadow. Angry shadow. Crawl towards the exit. Everybody crawl in an orderly fashion. Yeah, I'm gonna die to shadow poke. Well, the door's open now. And I'm dying. I'm using all my healy-doos. I'm gonna run now. I don't know if I'm being followed or not at this point. I'm orb chamber. Alexander saw that the evening had taken a toll on his friend's mind and barred him from the inner sanctum. He could no longer be trusted to be part of the ritual. How many orbs do you have, sir?
I was wondering if you were going to show up. I see Agrippa convinced you to run some errands.
Naked old man.
Is everything nice and clear now? Am I the villain?
Yes.
Good and evil. Such comforting concepts, but hardly applicable.
Well.
Are you so blind that you see no good in me or evil in Agrippa?
Your motivations were good, but you turned to very evil methods to accomplish them. Why did you just go zappy zap? Ooh. Eh.
Don't do that.
Aha!
I realize you doubt my intentions. Why would I take such extreme measures to save your life? Maybe I'm saving mine too.
Yeah.
Stop it, Daniel. You are ruining it. We are so close, I beg you.
I can't remember. Am I supposed to let it complete? Or am I supposed to shove the things over?
A prisoner of circumstance, trapped in a world I no longer recognize. As As you gain your freedom, will you deny me mine? We are so close, closer than I've been for centuries.
Oh, that's right. I'm supposed to let it complete. Fine, do your ritual. Agrippa will be chucked through before you. Well, let's not look towards the strange old man. A little too much detail. Do you think? There we go.
A whole other world.
Yeah.
Isn't it beautiful?
The portal will be open.
I can finally return home. But do I am sorry. Death, you won't be able to return. You are still tainted, branded by the shadow. It will consume either way. No, you fool! You have ruined us!
No portal for you. His head was still there for a second. Oh, hello, Shadow. I see you found me. Good job. We are now trapped in the darkness.
There he is. Do you see him, Vaya? He deserves so much more. Please, help him. I know you can. Don't worry, Daniel. It will be all right.
And that's Amnesia, The Dark Descent. If memory serves, there are actually 3 endings. 1, you ruin the ritual and you and Alexander both die. 2, Alexander completes the ritual and you die. Or 3, you put Agrippa through, Alexander dies, you seem to be taken by, well, you are taken by the shadow, and Vire reaches into the darkness and pulls you back out, presumably. And I would assume takes you to their world. I guess that's left up to interpretation. But yes, the 3rd ending is the redemption ending. I guess the first one would be vengeance, and the second one would be failure. But yes, Amnesia: The Dark Descent is a game I quite enjoy. The Benefactor achievement, I believe, was for rescuing Agrippa. I cannot get over to the Steam window. It has contained my mouse within Amnesia. I'm assuming each of the 3 endings has their own achievement. The first time I played this game, it had no achievements, which is why in this playthrough I've been gaining achievements. Also, look, voice talents. Woo. The man in morgue, the innocent man, the girl and mother. Those are some vague names. But yes, I think that, especially when compared to when you play through all the Penumbra games prior, Amnesia is kind of the crowning achievement that shows the things that they learned in each of the previous games. Having enemies that you can't circumvent, or ODN314, what is that? Enemies you can't outwardly kill. That was, Penumbra 1 had that problem of you could hide on top of an object and just kind of, enemies had health. They were not designed for you to kill, but you could hit them with something to stun them for a moment. But since they did have health, you could get in a position where they couldn't hit you and just keep hitting them until they go away, which made it a lot less of a... It made the enemies a lot less worrying than they should be, because it wasn't about escaping them, it was just about, smacking them down. Each game adding more interactable objects. Amnesia Machine for Pigs, I don't plan on replaying it or let's playing it for now. It was a good game in its own right. More of a visual novel, given that it was more linear, had fewer interactable objects, and was a bit more of a strict progression of events instead of you wandering around. It's a good game and a good story, but it didn't quite have the same feel as Dark Descent. I'm sure I have said all these things before, though. I would highly recommend Amnesia Dark Descent if it looks like a game you'd be interested in. It is on Steam. It occasionally goes on sale, as do, I assume, all things. 90% of things. In any case, I hope you've enjoyed watching. And I appreciate you watching, and I normally say those in the opposite order. I appreciate you watching, and I hope to see you on the next game. So, that's the end of this one. I will see you on the next game if I see you there, if you're there, which I hope you are, and now I'm rambling. Because reasons. Bye!